welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. And today I'm going to play with some masks. I've got a bunch that I've just cut out myself. Today I might grab some of my PM Artist Studio ones, but for today I just have ones that I cut out. Swirls are pretty easy. You just kind of draw and cut out. You can do it on cardstock. I'm doing it on Yupo because you just get some extra fun little things. You'll see these more as I'm actually using them. And just kind of did them in my style. I've been watching Cherie Burlington. So if you like to learn how to make collage papers and how to do collage, she talks about, a grid and whatnot, and she's really fun to watch. So I'm going to use some of the papers I made the other day as just backgrounds, and so you'll see. You'll see in just a second as soon as I find my my brayer. Oh my goodness, words are hard. So I'll be doing just different colors and whatnot, but see what I can get on here. And just throw on some of these pieces. Oh my goodness. If I can get them apart from each other. Why? Start with the swirls, because why not? Swirls are fun. And then I'm going to take this piece right here and just kind of pick that up. I'll be using some tissue paper too, but I figured I had these pieces right here. Thought I would go ahead and try them. And so then you have the black, and then the background is the color that I had on the paper. And so, that's a fun way to do things. I could also even just use just the plain paper here too, and then the where the swirls are will be numbers. But I use this a lot in the other collage pieces, the botanical ones. And I don't mind repeating it on a large collage here and there, but I don't want it to all be like that. But, I can even come back in and do some inks in there if I wanted to. I do like how some of that other stuff picked up that was on the plate. And then pick these up. And because I use Yupo, I've got stuff left on the plate. So now I can come in and take another piece and pick those up. So that's the nice thing about using Yupo. If you use just paper or cardstock, that's more absorbent. And so it'll take a while before you can get to that point. But if you use Yupo, you can start picking up things like that right away. So loving that. Let's see. I also want to do some tissue paper and like maybe some, you can tell it's morning by my voice. Tissue paper and just maybe some like black and white and black and clear pieces. Picking up, I'm trying to grab some, I want to have them ready to go. Let's put it that way. And I don't have to just use black. I was just thinking that was I need to find a good white. I'll use some of the other colors that I've already been using in the pieces that I've been making. That way they'll go together, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna kind of lay these down randomly. And what will happen is I'll have pieces that can be used, like I'll cut them down. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That ended up being kind of big there, didn't it? Do I want something little in the middle there? Maybe. Let's see. Oh, and I was doing tissue. I had the tissue. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Too much stuff. In fact, I'm just going to take this tissue because it's got some fun stuff on there. some of it. I think that's interesting. Hey, I just want interesting, fun papers. You know what I'm saying? And then I might take this tissue and pick up what's left on here. Maybe not throw those so far because I want to find them again, right? And I totally have faith in your ability to make your own masks. But if y'all decided you wanted me to make a set for the shop, I can. The shop being PM Artist Studio. You know. Let's see. Maybe some Van Dyke Brown is another color I've been using. I'm not worried about what's on the plate. It is a little bit humid. I should open my window because I think it's humid outside, which could be helpful for what I'm doing. I'm going to try to put the paint side down every time. That's what I was going to say, and then I didn't on that one, but that's all right. And I'm not worried that, you know, I like this rough edge. Ooh, I love what happened here. So you can see some of the lines from the last print. And then also we've got some see-through places. So if we put this over something else, it will kind of show through. Which is why using tissue is such a fun thing to do. I don't know. I think that was the wet strength tissue there. And then I think these are pretty dry, so I don't know if that I'd get much picked up if I put something on here. I do have like these little scrappy strips from when I was cutting off pieces yesterday. I'm not sure that that will pick much up. But, you know, if I start picking stuff up like this, I'll end up with some interesting, fun things at the end. That will be definitely grungy, right? Permanent violet. I'm trying to use some of the colors that I used in my last, I think I said that, didn't I? In my last video. That way they can be friends. We want them to be friends. We like friends. Friends are good. And then I'll end up with some interesting pieces that I might even be able to use. Why do I keep putting that one up? Oh, because I put paint on both sides, didn't it? Interesting pieces. Well, I don't really want that to overlap. To use in collage and whatnot is what I'm going for here. Did I cut this piece down? No, I did not, but that's all right. I also have some medical exam paper I could use. This is just like a heavy-duty tissue, I think, that I got on Amazon. It was recommended by Sharon. What is Texture Junkies? So it's fragile. It's fragile, so you got to be a little careful. But it gives me something to play with, which is a good thing. Okay, and then I'll just leave those on there. I love the grunginess happening because some of the paint comes off of the Yupo and lands back down on here. All right, let's bring the swirls back in because that will be something a little bit different when well, I can only find 3 swirls, but that's okay. How about we go bright with the magenta? Quinacridone magenta. That's a lot of paint. I probably don't need that much paint also. I'm like, where did I put my... But, you know, it's all right. Just throw those on there. Could even add some texture if I wanted to. I think I'll stick that one in there. And that one. And let's do the other side of this. Sometimes when you use tissue, you'll get some nice little cracks that are good. That'll look good on the next set of things that you do. Right. And when you use tissue, you can see, make sure you get down in these little crevices in the middles and whatnot. And picked up a little bit of stuff from the plate as well in the background, which I like. And where are those pieces that I was just kind of picking up? Whoops. So we got some swirls going on there. Let's see. I think I need more masks. I got a bunch of circles from PM Artist Studio. Let me find that. All right, I found a bunch of pieces that I can use, including some stencils that I'll use as masks or whatever. Some IMPPs that I may or may not use. I'm not sure about the mushrooms. This one I think will be fun, by Becky, Punctuation Parade. I think that one will be fun to use. These are ones that from the stencils, except for it was before I made them into usable stencils, I was able to have some like full mask pieces. So I think those would be fun to use as well. And there's an ampersand that I cut and some leaves. So some of these, like these leaves and stuff, are ones that I made a long time ago. The butterfly, and I cut up a wonky thing. Oh, and this one's a little wonky too. This is one of Fran's designs in the shop. Can't remember what it's called. More of my leaves. This is just one I cut from my own files, and another leaf, and quilted crop circles. And then some of my favorites are these dinged up donuts. And then I've got these circles as well. So there's more dinged up donuts, but these are the two I could find. And these I just cut from my own files. And so I thought I'd bring those out too. And then this is another one that is fun to use. So let's see. I'm doing tissue paper right now, right? So that I can have some bold marks and bold prints is what I'm thinking. And I'm using all different colors. I'll use the green gold. Could be fun. Yeah, my desk is a mess. That's why you're like zoomed in so far. You're zoomed in so far because my desk is a mess. But I want to have like plenty of pieces to use in my, I go like that, in my collages and whatnot. And I love the grunge that picks up. And what I'll be able to do with that is layer it on something else, see, and it would show through. So that's just a big, bold piece, because you want variation in size for your collage. You might want some big pieces and some smaller pieces and whatnot. You want all the pieces. Just saying. What do we have in here? These are pieces that P made, and I've just been wanting to add to them. So just got those to the side to do stuff with. And also got some other tissue that have starts on them, but I might want to do more with them. Also, these, as they are, will be really cool in collage as well. But also, I could do what I've been doing with them also. También. Yep. Let's move that out of the way. So yes, my thing I'm doing right now is just making collage papers to make some large collages that I might put on my wall, or I might make journal covers with. Who knows? Time will tell. What else do we want to stick on there? Where's that ampersand? They can be used separately. So I think I'll use this piece. I just think that will be interesting. Maybe. Yep. Definitely. And I don't mind that it didn't go all the way over. Yeah, I think that's interesting. I kind of wish I'd done more like a blue or a black on that, or brown, but that's all right. I mean, I could always do a glaze over it if I wanted to. This is, I think this is the heavy duty tissue that I used a minute ago. And then this can now be put on something like, I don't know. Just add it to this. Just adds some grunge and something more. Some more to that. Oh, let's pull out these. These are fun pieces, I think. What do I want to use? So I think if I pull out some of these painty papers I made the other day, which I could also use in collage, I think could be fun. Maybe black? We'll do black. See how we like it. Cover me in sunshine. Whoa. All right, I think I want to have this in here again, but also maybe these just in there. These might be ones that never made it, I don't know, into the ATCs. I don't know. So now we've got some bold images that can be used in small, like I could cut them down, like if I'm doing like a grid or something, and it's interesting. This one didn't come out as much, but that's all right. That's all right. Take those off and maybe just grab some plain tissue. Where is our plain tissue? We have plenty of it. I mean, come on. Oh, this is deli paper. I'll pick that up with some deli paper. Which deli paper can leave some fun wrinkles. That will be cool. So there's that. Nothing special about it. I'd probably go over that with something else. Let's see. I don't love the black. I mean, when I do black and white, maybe. But, yeah, don't absolutely love it. Let's try a bright color. I haven't done much in bright. Because I do want all different... I want bright and, you know, I want contrast when I do... I don't like blobs so much, but... I definitely want contrast when I go to do things. Don't necessarily want a piece of paper though. All right, let's move that down there. Do a little swirly. Don't need the leaf. And a leaf. Don't want that leaf. I want that leaf. You know, there's a difference, right? Maybe. Just going to take this one that has the dark black background and pick that up. Pick the brighter colors back up with that. Get down in the crevices there. And that's what that looks like. It's not super fantastic, but it's all right. I mean, you've got, it's, what's cool about this is there's some interesting pattern in the ampersand there. So that's nice. And then, because I've used Yupo, I've also got some paint that's still wet here. So I could go ahead and come on this and layer on more, since I didn't absolutely love the black that happened on there. So just layers on some more pattern, makes it more interesting, more better. All right, what's on this one? I think this one might be fun to use. Oh, we've got some, I don't know what we have in there. Payne's Gray. I almost think when instead of doing black and white, I might do Payne's Gray and white. Because I prefer that. And plus I like to put some dark blue in most everything I make. But the ampersand is one of my favorites here. Do a swirl. Do that again maybe. And another swirl. And maybe that funny little leaf. And, oh, I was going to pick that up with this, right? I'm going to pick this side up. And then weirdly, I'll pick this side up. There we go. I just wasn't sure how I was going to fit the whole thing, that's all. There we go. It made like a cool background for it. And there was some green that came off on these pieces. There's not a lot going on. Oh, actually, I'm going to pick it up with this because there's just not a lot going on there. And we'll see what else we can add layer-wise to that piece. Adds a little something. Because, you know, if I were to just cut out that piece right there, I'd be able to use that somewhere. Or I could add sprays and inks and whatnot to that as well. How about some sap green hue? And maybe do this one on a blank tissue or deli paper. Oh, I was going to say, I had a big stack of tissue here. I found it. Not a big stack, but I had a stack. I had a stack of tissue there. I just had to find it again. And then I've got all these leaves that I had from, I don't know, a few years ago, that I cut up all these different leaves that I think would be fun to use, to have as, stick that one in there too, maybe. And a fancy one. Whoops. I'm pulling this paper, which is, I think this is the tissue. The heavy tissue. It's not the, you can kind of tell because it's nice straight cuts. I don't know. And the way it's folded. My wet strength tissue comes in like one big unfolded sheet. That's one way that I can tell the difference. So most of these pieces will get cut down to use. So that's why I'm adding, you know, a bunch of different shapes all at once. And eventually, someday, you'll see how I use them. Go ahead and pick these up on this side. I'm putting the shiny side up towards the camera. Because I would just rather have it not be shiny on my collage. So that definitely needs more than that, but I don't know, it's a start to something, I suppose. Some Van Dyke Brown. Feel like I need more than that, but that's all right. And if I can remember to put the wet side of the paint down. See, some of these leaves are actually starting to look pretty good. So and I'm just going to take this one that didn't come out so great and just do that. And if some of those textures show through, that's okay. Get right down into those little crevices. Don't leave it on too long or it will not come off nicely. Oops, yeah, starting to rip. Probably because it already had some, because I, put it on there twice. So there we go. And we've got some texture but happening back there from the pieces that were on the plate before. Loving it, loving it. I could let those dry and then pick them up with a lighter color and they'd show up nicely. Or I can just take the one that was a green and just get some added texture. Oh, try not to rip it would be good. I mean, I know I'm going to use it for collage, but just adds some layering on it, which is interesting. If you like that stuff, you might not. You might not like the layering, and that's okay. All right, I want to use some Izzo Gold because I want to do some butterflies, which I think will be nice on a collage. So let's just go ahead and do that. And just pick it up with some tissue, maybe some, I'll just pick it up with this tissue. Try not to wrinkle it too much. A little bit of wrinkling, fine. Get down in the crevices. The butterfly mask here is a mask sold at PM Artist Studio. There's like a whole set. They got that and the dragonflies. They got some moths and butterflies and different kinds of bugs and whatnot. And that is how that turned out, which I think that would be really cool in a collage. So, yay! And go ahead and, let's put it on this. It didn't come out super clear, but it's interesting. Oh, let's see. What else do we have? Oh, I wanted to do some dragonfly. Dragonfly. Oh, and I wanted to do this, didn't I? All right, let's do Becky's real quick. Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray. As you can see, I am just doing rough edges because when I do the collage, I'll also be doing some line work. And that's where having the rough edges will be kind of cool. I'll just go ahead and put Wonky Net over there. And grab a piece of, I think that would be interesting coming through. Must have a little paint on my fingers. I don't know what this paper is that Patricia did on here. This is one of Patricia's prints because I had won the 3,000 subby giveaway. And so I got a bunch of prints that have just been sitting in my stash that I'm adding to. Because, that's more better now. I don't know. I think that's just me. That's just my opinion. And this is a nice thing about using the Yupo is now I can come in and take like this and put that on there. Maybe take that one, put that on there, and take this random piece and pick that up there. Added a layer, added a layer, added a layer. Works for me. Ooh, and then, oh yeah, I've got all By the way, PM Artist Studio has tons of masks. If you're wondering, I really like these Celtic ones. Celtic knot mandala. So I'm going to use those next, I think. Oh, gotta do green with the Celtic, right? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. You know what I keep losing? Stupid brayer. I throw it. I know that's... Oh, it's right here. I know that's what I do. I throw it. I could, actually, I might. I was contemplating cutting this one in half because it's just kind of big to use on one piece. So, crazy person that I am, I should probably be careful to... I'm going to cut it in half, and that way I can use it on ends like that. Get down in the little crevices, because that's where all the fun, interesting bits are. These are kind of like Celtic doilies almost. I love them. It's one of my favorite, another one of my favorite designs in the PM Artist Studio repertoire. So it kind of looks like doilies. That'll be a fun, bold pattern to use on a collage or on a journal page or on anything, really. Whoops. Let's just grab what? I don't know. Wait, let's just, do I want it on, oh, this needs more stuff. That one was not a very big win yesterday, but, you know, add a little bit of something to it for some layering and bold pattern. We love it. We love it. Do I want to do white? I know that I do not like cream on top, like the titanium buff. Do I like buttermilk? I'm going to try buttermilk because maybe I like that better. I like the titanium as a pickup, but I don't like it on top. I have learned about myself. But now this is mixing with the green, which is kind of cool. So there's that. Just put these down randomly. And grab my ampersand. I love an ampersand. Down there. And let's see. Find something. Just anything at this point. Can even be book page or whatever. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I just need something to pick it up with. Oh, let's grab digital. We can use digitals for this as well. Because then that plaid will show through and be kind of cool. I think. Yeah, I think that's actually, the colors worked well. It's just not a lot of contrast. That's all. You might want more contrast than that. All right, I'm going to pull these up. Got a little color that came off of the pieces. And I'm just going to take this one again and see what I can pick up. Not much because it's pretty dry. Just a little bit for some layering. Don't love how that's right in the middle of that one, but that's okay. Now we'll have texture for the next. How did I feel about that? I didn't mind the buttermilk. The buttermilk's not as annoying. Let's see. How about some... Oh, no, let's do turquoise again, which is teal. It says turquoise, but I'm telling you, it's teal. Seriously. So I want some of these textures to show through. So I want something bold. Oh, actually, no, I want a dragonfly. I don't have a dragonfly yet. I want a dragonfly, and I want it on tissue so that I can use it over something else. And if you use tissue, then you can, you know, see where you're getting your, make sure that you get all your, see, that would be a nice bold focal point piece to put over a collage piece. This is a heavier tissue, but not as heavy as wet strength, so I need to not leave it on too long. But I do want to get down and get as much of that detail as I can. It's ripping. It's ripping. It's ripping. It's ripping. It's okay, because that's what glue is for. And then at this side, you just get it on there. And then gently, 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 gently lift it up. And then I have that to use as well. And you can see some of the textures and variation of color in his wing there. Yep, I'm gonna have to do him again. Or some smaller ones even. You can also use textures while you're doing this. Some bubble wrap, some stamps, whatever it is you like. Let's just do a big bold stripe of, what is this? Brown. I thought I was picking up something else, but that's okay. Brown is fine. Put down the circles. And maybe on this. I think this is wet strength. You can tell because it doesn't have the folds. Yeah. It's alright, we'll just put that one on the other side. Just keep adding layers until you like it. If you don't like it, you're just not done with it yet. So yeah, this is kind of an ugly print, but it doesn't mean that you couldn't like use a section of it or just keep adding to it. Maybe even add some sprays later on. All right, I have this piece here, which could be really cool as a background. This, I just used a palette knife and scraped all that paint on there. And I think I scanned this one already, so it's good. I think the teal would be a good thing on that. And do an ampersand and maybe a leaf and something bold. Where's my dinged up donuts? Dinged up donut and maybe some of the swirls. Or maybe this leaf. Not so close to that leaf though. And a swirl maybe. I want a lot of the other paint showing through, so I want more things. All right, and then I'm just going to use this piece to pick up as much as I can here. Try to get down in the pieces. And that looks cool. So, and it's actually, I didn't do a really thick layer, so you could still see some of the pattern back there. And I could always come in with some pen work to accentuate any of those shapes if I wanted to. Just a little swirl, why not? Payne's Gray might have worked better on that, but that's all right. So yeah, using masks on the plate. You can make your own masks. That is fun to do. I mean, even just picking that up like that and being random with it, it just makes a nice grungy background. I would use that on a tag or a belly band or whatever. All right, let's look and see what we did. We added to this one that was already background, and we added to that background. I know we added to some backgrounds. Oh, and that one, just added the butterfly to that. Not a ton happened with that. We added a little something to that one. Added to that one. And that one we added to. That one was a background we already had. And then we have the Celtic knot ones, mandalas, and the butterfly, which I think came out really well. And just a random, that was just adding more to something that was that one, It wasn't enough contrast. I wasn't thinking. And then this one, we've got that side with the brown, this side with the green, and we've got some layering happening in the background too, which is all good. And we have our dragonfly, which will be fun to use on something in that dragonfly, which has some stuff in the background. He's a little torn, but that's what glue's for. You glue it down, and who will ever know? And that one we added to the background, so I think that one came out really cool. And this one had the background already made. Just used the masks for that. And this one, one of the things that Cherie Burlington is the gal that I've been watching, and one of the things she does is like a 4x4 grid, or it depends on what size her background is. So she has like I'll make myself a viewfinder, but you know, like I might just use a piece. This piece might be the piece I use, or I might even cut out around the circle, or I don't know what I'll do, but these are fun pieces to use in collage. If you don't stick them back together, oh my word. Make sure you lay your pieces flat. You put them to dry. You know, learn from my mistakes. And, you know, make masks that fit your personality. If you're going to try this. Or you know, use some from places that you buy them, like PM Artist Studio. It doesn't have to be PM Artist Studio, but that's a place that has masks. They've got some really cool and detailed ones. Yeah, the Dinged Up Donuts actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. I need to find them because that's one of my favorite things to use. And these circles, I got more of them somewhere. I just don't organize my stuff very well. And I added to that one. And it's, oh, well, you know, let's see if we can pull this off. It kind of started coming off yesterday. Oh, crack your edges. I don't know that that's going to help me right now, but no, it's stuck. Things went very wrong trying to, putting the, so this was my palette that I used in the previous gel plate play, and I've got some of it that I can use and some of it ripped, but that's okay. I mean, I can cut it off or can do pen work in there, so it's not really that big of a deal. And what do I mean by pen work? I mean, just do some doodling in there, even if it's just like little straight lines or whatever. Or I could glue that back in if I wanted to. Or I could use this little piece collage somewhere. So I've got to clean that off again, apparently. I think that's all the pieces we made today. So yeah, I hope you guys have a delightful day, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's not one of my best gel plate plays, but I'm trying to I have a little more fun being free with it, even if I don't end up with pieces that I know I'll use. I might, there are pieces I might use. Like I'm definitely will use the dragonfly. I love the colors on that. Plus, you know, you break them up into smaller pieces too. So we'll see. I'm going to start pulling together some pieces that will work. I will probably have a black and white video coming up for some bold pieces to use. Black and white or Payne's gray and white or brown and white. Just high contrast colors, basically. All right. Hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you.